Here's your 2-minute time check. Mark. Here comes your 1-minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. "30 seconds till broadcast." Mark.
Check, check, check. Here we go.
From the Auburn Sports Network and Playfly Sports, Auburn baseball is on the air. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
How can you not be romantic about baseball? Everybody gets a chance to contribute, either a little or a lot. Everyone gets his moment in the spotlight, a chance to show what he's made of. The passion, the consistency, the nostalgia, the tradition. They call to us every spring like the words of Shakespeare or Shelley. Coleridge and Cummings pen poems aimed at filling the heart with unfailing inspiration. Fitting, then, that Valentine's Day is the day to break out a new piece of parchment and begin writing. Hello, everyone, War Eagle, and welcome to another season of Auburn Tiger Baseball. Alongside John Cohen, I'm Brad Law. Quinn Burkeen is in our Skyview studios. Some are celebrating this day with flowers and stuffed animals. We're celebrating with fastballs and stolen bases. A new-look team is about to step onto the field inside a new-look ballpark. Holy Cross is in town to christen a renovated Plainsman Park, and we're glad you're here to hear all about it. We'll talk about Cade Fisher's Auburn debut and lots more with head coach Butch Thompson after this timeout. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham,
Rex Frederick.
Well, I think he seated about 2,800, but they'd put about 3,800 in there. The players would trip over people's feet when they went down the court and everything, but my 4 years, I think we lost 3 ball games at home. Sports Arena, and I was at the LSU football game, sitting in the west stands on about the 30-yard line, and I could see the barn, and while it was burning, that was a real sad time. They said that someone cooked out on a grill, and the wind started blowing, and the sports arena was all wood. No concrete hardly anywhere except outside on the walkway. And it caught on fire, and when it did, fire trucks couldn't stop it.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you're going to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with our exclusive pregame conversation with head coach Butch Thompson.
A lot of buzz around the ballpark, Coach, as we get set to start the season.
Well, opening day, I've never seen one like this. I've never seen so many hands on deck. That's probably the first thank you to get this season started. As I saw people that do official visits or compliance, HR, everybody that has an athletic director tag associated with their title. I just saw the whole athletic department out here wiping seats and cleaning Plainsman Park with all the construction going on and everything getting finished at the 11th hour for us to kick this thing off. It's just, I don't know, it just lands on you like how much this Auburn family and this athletic department, everybody, so many people care about the program, will do anything to support our student athletes and help us get this season kicked off.
Get down to the cellular level a bit for this team, but a lot of work from the coaching staff that's gone into now the work on the ballpark, but you've renovated this roster too in the offseason.
We're 21 new players. We got 19 guys that were with this staff last year that, went through a tough journey, but like a journey that we all go through in life, and added 21 pieces, and we've all grown. So I'm excited to see them get back out here. We're the last team basically that wears an Auburn uniform that starts the season. We've been going since August. So amazing recruiting class, worked hard in the fall, and I'm excited. I think of Lauren Michaels of Saturday Night Live. I think the 50th anniversary show is about to come on, and Lauren Michaels always said, we don't go on because we're ready. We go on because it's Saturday night at 10:30, and at Plainsman Park, it's about to be Friday night at 6 o'clock. So it's time to play, see what we got, see the adjustments we need to make. But these guys have worked hard, and I know they're super excited today.
Cade Ballou is starting for you today, back for his sophomore season. And just speaking of going on, he's got something extra on his heart certainly tonight.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers go out. And we made mention of this at our banquet a couple of weeks ago. And Stacy Ballou, went to heaven this morning. And 7:16, Cade gave me a phone call to let me know that imminent news that was coming. We've tried to do everything we could for Roger and Stacy, and now, Cade, his mom wanted him to play. She was in the most awesome hospital in the world, probably MD Anderson here, getting treatment, and all she wanted to do was be able to come back home and be at her banquet, and she achieved that goal to stand there. So she's been an inspiration for a parent loving their child, and everybody saw that night, and so she wanted him to play. So Cade this morning wanted to play. Mid-morning, I felt like I need to call the father. So I called Roger, and I'm like, what do you want as a father? And she's like, my wife wanted him to play. So whether he makes it, I just saw the lineup. He's penciled in to start in center field tonight. If he makes it, that's awesome. If he has a great game, if he kicks every ball thrown to him, who knows? If he asks out in the first inning, he's coming out. But I expect Cade Ballou to be our center fielder, playing in honor of his mother tonight.
Cade Fisher on the mound is making his Auburn debut. It's his second opening day start in his college career. I know a lot of confidence in this young man.
Yeah, I got a ton. He won our race. He won our game that I set forth. So went on a crazy mission to try to, I think that's where we can make the biggest impact to getting back to some good baseball and what we've done in the past, and that's throwing a gazillion strikes. So he threw 68.3% strikes since he's put on our uniform, and kind of earned that battle. Right behind him will be Sam Dutton tomorrow, but Cade earned that opportunity to go out there tonight and lead us off. And really the whole rotation that we have tentative plan to throw this weekend. It'll be their first ever start for Auburn. So 3 new starters, and Cade gets the ball tonight. Just a good lefty, ton of strikes, and I'm still waiting to get a lineup, but I imagine 6 or 7 righties. And can you get a fastball going to these guys? At least see the first time through the lineup, can our fastball play, and change up and slider we can expect from Cade. But I really want him to try to get to this lineup where we get a feel for not just tonight, not just this game, but the whole series of how they're going to respond to some of our fastballs.
And a formidable opponent here for opening weekend in Holy Cross.
Yeah, I made a huge jump last year. Head-to-head coach was here in 2017, the last time we hosted Holy Cross. So I think he's excited to bring his troops back here. And they got their all-conference preseason player of the year at first base. So he'll be swinging a big left-handed bat. Our fans probably need to keep up with Scanlon. That's one of our guys that we have to keep at bay. They can probably do the most damage in their lineup. Just looking at these guys, and he's also the Saturday starter. So big left-handed hitter, big right-handed starter. So Scanlon's going to be on my mind all weekend, but a good club. I think they're, predicted to be at the top of the Patriot League, and it'll be good. I think both teams are playing the game until we get more information about opponents. I think everybody's more interested in their team and what we do, and can you get to your identity and play good baseball.
Let's get it going. Thanks for the visit. All the best out there tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
For opening night on the Plains, Holy Cross, the Crusaders, coached by Eddie Kahovic in his 6th season at the helm. Here's the lineup they will send out tonight. C.J. Egri, the right fielder, is the leadoff hitter. Sean Scanlon, who Coach Thompson referenced in his pregame visit, he's the DH tonight, batting second. Chris Belargian, the first baseman, hits third, and the cleanup hitter is the center fielder, Gianni Royer. Jimmy King is the top returning hitter on the Crusaders club. He's the shortstop. He is batting fifth. Hitting sixth, it's Connor Cooney in left field. The catcher, Colin Brown, bats seventh. Hitting eighth at third base, it's Ryan Grundy. And Brendan Jones plays second base and bats ninth. So again, for Holy Cross, it's Egri, Scanlon, Belargian, Royer, King, Cooney, Brown, Grundy, and Jones. Now for Butch Thompson's Auburn Tigers, his 10th Auburn team, Bristol Carter, East Carolina transfer. He's in left field tonight at the top of the order. Veteran catcher Ike Irish hits second. Lucas Steele DHs tonight and hits third. The cleanup hitter is the trimmed down first baseman Cooper McMurray. Eric Guevara at third base bats fifth. Cade Ballou is starting tonight in center field. He hits sixth. Derek Fabian starts at short. He'll bat seventh. Batting eighth in right field, it's Bub Terrell. And Eric Snow, the transfer from USF, plays second base and rounds out the order. Again, for the Tigers, it's Carter, Irish, Steele, McMurray, Guevara, Ballou, Fabian, Terrell, and Snow. We'll tell you about starting pitcher Cade Fisher, and he will throw his first pitch in this shade of orange and blue when we come back. It's opening night on the Plains, Auburn and Holy Cross. First pitch is straight ahead. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
21-20 Auburn. 9:05 in the first half. Quinterly works on Kessler. They leave him alone. He goes up, and it was blocked against the backboard by Smith. The other way, Jabari, free throw line, down the lane with the left hand. Good. My goodness, from coast to coast, Jabari Smith.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Cook's Pest Control, keeping your home and business safe from pests and termites since 1928. And by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Welcome back to Plainsman Park. Cade Fisher is on the mound going through his warm-up tosses. The big lefty, 6'3", 202, a junior out of Dalton, Georgia. Spent his first 2 years at Florida, was a freshman All-American for the Gators in 2023. Before we tell you more about the Auburn defense, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Defensively behind Fisher tonight, Bristol Carter starts in left, Cade Ballou is in center, and Bub Terrell, the freshman, is in right field. On the infield, it's Eric Guevara at third, Derek Fabian at short, Eric Snow at second, Cooper McMurray at first base. Ike Irish is behind the plate, and Fisher just about ready to go. 10-3 in 2 years at Florida. Earned run average under 5.5. 108 2/3 total innings, 118 hits allowed, 64 earned runs, 42 walks, and 124 strikeouts. Teams hit 273 against Cade Fisher during his 2 seasons at Florida. Now he's in the orange and blue. Our first pitch weather forecast. is brought to you by Blue Moon. When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try the new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon non-alcoholic. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With John Cohen, I'm Brad Law. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Fisher wines and deals, and the first pitch is a called strike. 0-1, 6:02 our time at first pitch. John, good to have you as always in the booth. Pitch, Fisher works quickly. That misses. It evens the count at 1-1. This is an exciting addition to the Auburn roster here. When you get the call on opening night, that sends a message of belief. Pitch is fouled straight back, and it's 1-2.
Well, Cade did throw the best pitch in baseball, and that was strike one on the first pitch of the ball game. That's big.
Yeah, you get ahead and gives you a lot of leverage. He has added a cutter to his repertoire, threw a lot of sinker, slider at Florida. Irish sets up outside, and the pitch misses upstairs and a little bit out. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ike sporting the green catcher's mitt, which would stand to reason.
Sure. That's right. 2-2 upstairs, and it's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. C.J. Egri is the leadoff hitter for Holy Cross. Crusaders finished 3rd in the Patriot League last year. It was their highest finish since they took away North and South divisions. Pitch is fouled up and out. And the count stays full to Egri, the right fielder. He was 8 for 23, couple of doubles, only played in 8 games. Right-handed hitter. Payoff pitch, Fisher. Missed upstairs, ball 4. And a leadoff walk to Egri to start the ball game. Devero January calling the balls and strikes. Michael Carroll is the first base umpire. Vic Carell at second, and Michael Phillips is at third. That's your umpiring crew for opening weekend. We told you who sponsored First Pitch Weather, but we didn't give you the First Pitch Weather. We'll do that after the first pitch to Sean Scanlon. He's an imposing figure in the left-handed batter's box, and the first pitch misses low and away.
Brad, how about that crew on top of the War Eagle wall tonight?
Yeah, that's prime real estate here at the ballpark. One of many new features in a new look Plainsman Park. Students are jammed in behind the right field wall, as we saw most of last year. At the 984 Club, Tiger Terrace has been renovated. Pitch. Got the inside corner to Scanlon. It's 1-1. But the War Eagle wall, people got here early to check out that space, and I would imagine that's going to be pretty full most nights. 1-1 to Scanlon. Nearly hit him. Off-speed pitch, didn't break much. 2-1 the count. Fisher getting his second straight opening day start. He started Florida's opener last year. Runner goes from first. The pitch is grounded to first, picked up by McMurray. The bat flew out to second base. So Scanlon is out, and the bat went much further than the ball. Egri was off on the pitch, so no force or no opportunity to get him at second base. They get the ground out of Scanlon for the first out.
You know, you got home plate umpires got part of the bat in his hand, and it's within his right. If he thinks something's going on, he can observe that bat. And he looked at the handle, but he's not going to look at the barrel. And if I was Butch Thompson at some point, I would want him to look at that barrel just in case, because, Brad, we don't see that happen very often.
No, you don't see a lot of broken metal bats.
No.
You sure don't. Initially, I missed that it broke. I just saw the orange barrel go flying, and sure did. Broke right off. 1 out, runner at second. Chris Belargian is the hitter. Late swing and miss at a fastball. It's 0-1. Fisher was 6-0 his freshman year. Earned run average just over 3. Pitch. Fouled back. And he's ahead 0-2. Big crowd and a lot of buzz, as you would expect, for opening night. And a lot to be excited about. This team had a top 5 freshman class and a top 5 portal class. 0-2 pitch. Missed upstairs. Throw down to second. Close play. Irish with a cannon down to second. Throw was a bit to the right of the bag. But now Egri knows what he's dealing with at second base.
It's opening day, and everybody wants to do everything. Your catcher wants to go back base picks, and you're fighting those first game jitters.
1-2 to Belargian. Called strike 3. And Belargian knew it.
He sure did. I mean, he's almost completely out of the batter's box before the umpire even made the call.
So 2 away and a chance to strand the runner at second if Fisher can get Gianni Royer, the center fielder. Another righty. Irish sets up in, and boy, Fisher nailed that target perfectly with a fastball. It's 0-1. First pitch strikes to 3 of the first 4 hitters. From the stretch, the pitch. Missed up and out, 1-1. Yeah, this is the longest wait in between games. I mean, it's fall practice, spring practice. And once you get past today, you get into the rhythm. So you wait 8 months for game 1, and then you wait about 20 hours for game 2. That pitch is fouled back to the net. Fisher in front, 1-2. And Butch Thompson made no bones about the competition for these opening weekend starts. It was the who could throw the most strikes. And Fisher's strike percentage was just under 70.
Is that good?
Sounds pretty good to
really
me.
Good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Good enough to get you the opening night start for the Auburn Tigers. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him. Fisher fans 2 to close out the inning. Works around the leadoff walk, strands that runner at second, and a good start in the Auburn orange and blue for Cade Fisher. No runs, hits, or errors. 1 runner left stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Holy Cross nothing. Auburn coming up. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
21-20 Auburn. 9:05 in the first half. Quinterly works on Kessler. They leave him alone. He goes up, and it was blocked against the backboard by Smith. The other way, Jabari, free throw line, down the lane with the left hand. Good. My goodness, from coast to coast, Jabari Smith.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See all for details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Nothing doing after a leadoff walk for Holy Cross in the top of the first. Auburn bats for the first time in 2025. Bristol Carter, Ike Irish, Lucas Steele, the first 3. Defensively for the Crusaders, it's Connor Cooney in left, Gianni Royer in center, C.J. Egri in right field. It is Ryan Grundy at third. Jimmy King is the shortstop. Brendan Jones is at second. Chris Belargian at first. Colin Brown behind the plate. And the pitcher is Danny Macchiarola. Macchiarola is 6-11 in 2 seasons with Holy Cross. Was 0-6 his freshman year. Bounced back really well last year. He was one of the primary starters. Second team Patriot League selection. 6-5 in 13 starts. 69 innings, 75 hits allowed. Walked 27. Struck out 67 in 69 innings. And teams hit 269 against Macchiarola. He's 6'2", 180, and a right-hander out of Garden City, New York. Macchiarola will face Bristol Carter to lead it off. Last year at East Carolina, Carter hit .346, couple of homers, 31 RBIs. He stole 4 bases, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it into the Holy Cross dugout. 0-1. He went up there to attack the first pitch that he saw.
He sure did.
The pitch from Macchiarola, fouled back. Carter aggressive. 0-2. Carter started 46 games for the Pirates last year, 7 doubles to go with his couple of home runs. We could see him play some center field. Carter and Ballou, sort of interchangeable, left and center. There's a ground ball, stabbed on the ground by Grundy, throws to first, nowhere close. Boy, Carter flew down that first base line, and he's got his first hit in the Auburn jersey.
Yeah, Brad, you know, it might be a good time to talk about it for the first time ever. If you're listening at home or you're in your car or wherever you are, we got a green base on the field. So we're going to have 2 bases at first, and it's a safety protective measure that college baseball's gone to and allows a running lane for the runner to avoid contact, and I kind of like it, Brad.
First pitch to Ike Irish, misses low and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, they experimented with that at the SEC tournament last year. Got a lot of attention, and now we have it. So the runner can just run through the green base, not worry about stepping on the first baseman's foot.
I think anything that avoids that type of injury is the way to go, and I like it.
Throw to first.
But I'm going to be the contrarian here, just for a moment.
All right.
Here's what I don't like. If you have a ground ball down the first base side, how do you know what touches green and what touches white? Because if it touches any part of white, it's a fair ball. If it just touches green, it's a foul ball.
Okay. Yeah, because the green base
that's foul territory.
Outside of, right.
That's correct. So that's going to be a heck of a call. And keep this in mind, too. Any ground ball to the right side is not reviewable. It's not a reviewable call. The only thing that's reviewable is any ball that's elevated that goes past the base. So that's not a reviewable. I would not want to be a college umpire on the first base side.
So Michael Carroll is drawing that distinction tonight. There's a high chopper up the middle, fielded it short by King. They go to second for 1 and on to first, not in time. It was bobbled there by Belargian, but I think Irish beat it out anyway. So they get the force of Carter at second on a nice play by King. 6-4 on the force. And Irish is the new base runner at first with 1 down. And our first chance to see Lucas Steele in the Auburn jersey. 2 years at Samford, started 111 games. He had 29 home runs in 2 years at Samford. Hello. First pitch misses down and in, ball 1. Tremendous power. He can catch a little bit. He can play in the outfield. You look at the way this roster was put together, there's a lot of versatility there. Steele is one of those pieces. 1-0, missed outside. 2-0.
Brad, I am telling you, 30 minutes ago, this ballpark wasn't half full. And in 30 minutes, you talking about a late arriving crowd. This is beautiful.
It's spilling over now.
It really is.
2-0 to Steele. Missed outside. 3-0. Macchiarola being careful with that outside corner. Throw to first. Irish is back. Irish has stolen 8 bases in his Auburn career. He's been caught once. Pitch. There's a strike.
This is a great time, even early in the year, this great time. Right-handed pitcher to turn Ike loose and let him run here. If it's ball out of the zone, it's ball 4. If it's in the zone and it's fastball, you tell the hitter Steele to get aggressive.
3-1. Aggressive swing by Steele there, and he fouled it straight back. just over the backstop. Counts full, 3-2.
Same thing here. 3-2 is another great opportunity, especially with a big, long, right-handed pitcher who's not getting it to home plate in a hurry. Just makes it really, really difficult to turn the double play.
Potent part of the lineup. There goes Irish. The pitch misses low. A breaking ball missed downstairs. Steele watched it, and he drew the walk. Runners at first and second with one out.
Hey, Brad, I'm going to watch the replay here. That was a breaking ball, and I'm not sure that was like an inch off the center of the plate.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. But here's the beauty of running 3-2.
Yeah.
You run 3-2, and you get that catcher jumping around, and he comes out of the chutes, and the home plate guy doesn't get the good look at it, and he balls it. And that's another great reason to run 3-2.
I think it absolutely had the plate. I wondered if it was low or in the zone, but it was called ball 4. There's Cooper McMurray taking a first pitch strike, 0-1. Pretty potent part of the lineup here. When you go Irish, Steele, McMurray, 3 guys that combined for over 300 runs driven in their college careers. There's a called strike. He tried to slow up his swing, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's a changeup, and that's the way right-handers are going to attack Cooper McMurray. Mm-hmm. They're going to go fastballs away, and they're going to throw the changeup. They're going to see if they can get him to hit the big hop to the pull side. That's how they're played.
See if he comes back to it here. Catcher sets up out. Pitch. He came in with it, grounded it foul to the right side. Still 0-2.
When Cooper's going well, and it's really early, and the focus for him is middle of the field, he can stay in the middle of the field, gives him that margin of error. If he's early, he can pound the ball to the right side. If he's late, he can hit it on top of all those kids on top of the War Eagle wall right now.
King took a couple of steps towards second. Some room on the left side if McMurray went the other way with it. 0-2 the count. The pitch. Ground ball, right side, gloved by Jones, goes to first to get the sure out there. Runners advance to second and third. They're there, but now there are 2 outs. McMurray gets the runners over, and it'll take some 2-out hitting from Eric Guevara for Auburn to break out in front.
So what just happened to Cooper McMurray, he had to change up. He's around it. He hits big hop to the pull side. It happens to everybody. Here's what the good ones can do, and I think Cooper's one of those good ones. They can make that adjustment next time up.
Guevara takes a slider way outside and low, 1-0. That one found its way to the left-handed batter's box. Guevara last year started 16 games, hit .204, a couple of homers, drove in 11. Base hit here could score Auburn's first 2 runs of the year. The pitch missed way outside again, 2-0.
This young man, Eric Guevara, just looks like a baseball player. His feet and hands, everything he does has this economic, athletic movement to him. I just think he's going to have a great year for us, Brad.
2-0 pitch, fouled straight back, 2-1. Well, says a lot about his commitment and his athleticism that he was able to come back as quickly as he was last year from the ACL injury. And while he was able to play and he was healthy, he's in better shape now because he's that much further removed from it. 2-1 pitch, fouled back.
And you're talking about shape, and you mentioned Cooper as well earlier in the broadcast. Boy, he looks good.
Yes, he does.
He looks good. Guevara looks good. All these bodies are just continuing to evolve and change. And what a great credit to Chris Joyner, the strength and conditioning coach, who just does a fabulous job with this entire program.
2-2, the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Big fist pump from the catcher, Brown, and Macchiarola works out of the trouble. So both pitchers get strikeouts to end their first innings. No runs, a base hit. A couple of runners left on base for the Tigers. We've played one at Plainsman Park. No score between Auburn and Holy Cross in the season opener. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Atmore is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Atmore. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Back at Plainsman Park, no score as we head to inning number 2. The second inning, as always, is brought to you by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains. It runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete your bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently, all at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. Cade Fisher back out for the second inning. And he'll face King, Cooney, and Brown, 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Holy Cross. A lot of traffic on the concourses as King swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Does Irish have a play on it? No, he does not.
Brad, what do you have on screen going all the way to the roof so no pop-ups can be caught by fans? I know it's a safety measure. What do you think?
Selfishly, I like never having to wonder if one is going to come back here. But,
we do live in a litigious society.
It's true. The 0-1 to King. Just missed the outside corner, 1-1.
That's a great pitch. And I want to tell you, the small miss makes Butch Thompson and Tiefer very, very happy. You can live with those tiny little misses.
1-1. Went after that outside corner again with the off-speed pitch. Didn't quite get it. 2-1. But he's not missing by much. And these are pitches that if King, who's a good hitter, makes contact, he's not going to be doing much with it.
Exactly.
2-1. That's hit high into shallow center. Ballou jogs in. He's got a lot of time. He makes the catch. 1 away. So King got underneath it, popped it a mile into the air. Ballou came in from shallow center to make the catch. 1 down for Connor Cooney. If you missed the pregame conversation with Butch Thompson, Cade's mom, Stacy, passed away this morning after a long and very valiant battle against cancer. First pitch hits Cooney in the back. So he's headed to first. And throughout this battle, she said she wanted him to play. She wanted him to keep playing. And
that's what a baseball mama would do.
Yeah.
And what a fabulous lady. Our hearts and our prayers go out to the Ballou family and really all of Auburn. Just great family, great woman.
Colin Brown grounds it to third. Guevara Fields goes to second for 1. On to first. That's a double play. 5, 4, 3, and a beauty. And that'll put a lid on the top of the second inning. No runs, a hit batter, nobody left on base. To the bottom of the second we go. Still no score between the Crusaders and the Tigers. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Do you live in Lee County? You are eligible for a Max Credit Union account. Working in Lee County? You're eligible for a Max Credit Union account. Listening to this radio ad right now? 99% chance you are eligible to have a Max Credit Union account. At Max Credit Union, if you live, work, worship, or attend school in Lee or one of our 26 other counties, you are eligible to open an account with Max. Come see us in Auburn or Opelika, or get started now at mymax.com. Some restrictions apply.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
20 pitches for Macchiarola in the first inning. So as we go to the second, no score. Ballou, Fabian, and Terrell, the first three due up for the Tigers against the Holy Cross right-hander. Alongside John Cohen, I'm Brad Law from Plainsman Park, and we welcome those of you listening on radio stations throughout Alabama, auburntigers.com, the Auburn Game Day app, and those of you who are watching on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching or listening tonight. Andy Burcham is in Tuscaloosa, where there's only the biggest regular season game in the history of the SEC tomorrow.
How about that? And I will be going up Highway 82.
Yep.
And I will be in what used to be called Memorial Coliseum in Tuscaloosa.
Wow.
And big hand for Cade Ballou.
That's really great. Yeah, he's from Auburn, and we had a moment of silence before the game to honor Stacy's memory, and folks showed him a little extra love when he stepped in. First pitch to Cade outside, ball one. Ballou hit 284 last year, and he lines a rope into left field for a base hit. How about that? How about that? Base hit for Ballou. That was a professional-looking hit, too.
That's why Mama wanted him to play right there. You got to love the baseball mamas. God bless them.
Well, he just went down and off the end of the bat, lined it hard in the left. Now here's Derek Fabian. First pitch to him. Caught the outside corner, 0-1.
So I know we have Andy listening. At least he told us he was listening.
Yep.
So, Andy, if you are listening, we need you to bring it tomorrow. So I don't want to hear any of these, excuses or anything. We need you to bring it tomorrow and bring it back to Auburn.
Everybody's got to bring their A-plus
That's
game
right.
tomorrow, from Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey, Jacob Hillman, everybody.
You better believe it.
Yeah. 0-1 pitch. There goes Ballou. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second is late. There's a stolen base for Ballou. He stole 4 last year. He's got 1 tonight.
What a good-looking athlete. I mean, when you look at what a first-rounder is supposed to look like, that body, the speed, the spring in his step, the arm strength, the power, the ability to handle the outside part of the plate. He whistles the line drive in the left field. He's got a bright future.
Fabian takes an 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. They appeal. He did not go. It's a tough pitch to lay off with 2 strikes. Fabian hit 268 a year ago. He's one of the legacy leaders on this team. 1-2, ground ball, left side, through the hole, base hit. Ballou had to hold up to make sure it wasn't going to be fielded, so they'll hold him at third base. Carl Nonemaker is coaching at third for the Tigers.
Let me tell you why that's great base running by Ballou right there. He basically takes 1 step back to second base there because he has to. That ball's going to be in the 6 hole. There's no shot they can throw out the runner at first. The only play they would have is at third base, and he didn't give them that opportunity to have a play at third base. So waiting at second base, that's excellent base running. And Carl Nonemaker does a great job with our base runners, making sure that they're locked in and they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, experimenting a bit with that. They've got Coach Nonemaker at third, and Andrew Dutton, graduate infielder out of Southside, is coaching first base for the Tigers. His brother Sam is the starting pitcher tomorrow. There goes a runner from first. Fabian got a great jump. The throw down to second is cut off early by King to hold Ballou at third. It's a stolen base for Fabian, and Auburn is aggressive on the base paths here in the second inning.
Yeah, Macchiarola is not, controlling the running game is just optional for him right now. They're getting huge jumps off of Danny Macchiarola, who pitched in the Cape and has had some accolades.
Bub Terrell swings at the 1-1, sends it down the left field line. That will get over to the net, but not over the net. And it's 1-2 on Terrell. Freshman, rated the number 1 outfielder in the state of Alabama, coming out of Thompson High School. Left-handed hitter, slightly open stance. 1-2. Called strike 3. And there's the first out of the inning.
You know what's crazy is it's so predictable that that's going to happen to the freshman. It's a perfect backdoor breaking ball. You know, he's got the adrenaline pumping. He wants to get big. He wants to get after it, and he gets the soft stuff on the outer half, and he can't pull the trigger. That he will learn. He's going to be a great player, but you got to be hands-oriented.
Eric Snow swings at the first pitch, drives one with some power down the right field line. He was a little bit behind, and so it's foul, but that had some lift on it. 0-1.
And Bub will learn how to expand that plate and put that ball in play and make the defense make a play and get a run for your team there.
You could almost see after the pitch kind of a shoulder shrug like, okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
Pitch is fouled off to the right again. That's over Donahue, and it's 0-2 to Snow.
Yeah, Macchiarola is a junior. He's pitching the Cape. He has an idea what he's doing. And you got a freshman who's really never been in that position before. But, boy, the upside for Bob is tremendous. What a good-looking young player.
Snow coming from the South Florida program, swings and lines one. Down the line in left. That gets down. That will get to the wall. That will score 2. That's extra bases for Snow. He slides in feet first with a 2-run double, and the Tigers are on the board in 2025. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he just stays on a breaking ball. It's down. His lower half sets up. He gets through it. He just rifles that down the left field line.
He took the pitches away and hit them the other way. That one was down and in, and he went down to get it and pulled it.
Brad, that's one of those moments he was so confident in his approach right there. He almost knew what was coming, and it was breaking ball down.
18th double of his college career, and there's a bunt by Carter, left side. It's fielded by Macchiarola, who pounced on it quickly and threw out Carter at first. It gets Snow to third, but now they're 2 down.
You know, some folks might say with 1 out, why are you butting down the third base side? Because these are the things all of them have to work on. That's part of Carter's game. He's got to work on that early in the year to get ready to play in the best league in America. You got to work on those things.
And with a pretty potent lineup, obviously it's the first lineup of the year, so it's probably going to change a little bit here and there. But if you got guys getting on base the way Snow could or Terrell could, then you look for ways to get those guys over.
Yeah.
Pitch to Irish is a ball. Ike reached on a fielder's choice last inning. 343 career average for Irish. Swings and misses at a slider down and in.
So here's what I like about Ike Irish. He's a little early, and he's over the top. It's a ground ball early in his first at bat. He's heavy and early right there. The reason he's a great college player is because he can make adjustments.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
He just didn't happen to make an adjustment on that pitch.
Was that the same pitch?
It's the same pitch,
yeah.
And he's got to think middle, and he's such a good hitter in the 6-hole. You know, just staying through the baseball, letting it travel, and using the whole ballpark. That's who Ike Irish is when he's really rolling.
Stretch, Macchiarola's pitch. High bouncing ball to second. Jones backs up, waits on it, gathers, and throws to first in time to retire the side. But Auburn gets a 2-run double from Eric Snow, and the Tigers are on the board. 2-0, Auburn on top through 2 innings at Plainsman Park. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
This is opening weekend on the Plains. Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball.
2-0 Auburn as we go to the third inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up against Cade Fisher. 25 pitches for Fisher through the first 2 innings. And inning number 3 is brought to you by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. Ryan Grundy, the third baseman, is due up first. Fisher got some help from his defense in the second inning. Talking about Eric Guevara and his athleticism. He started a 5-4-3 double play.
With confidence.
Oh, smooth.
With confidence.
Yeah.
By the way, baseball is officially alive and well because Kenny Chesney is going when the sun goes down. So you know it's baseball season.
Grundy takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. That's something that Cade's done well tonight. He's gotten ahead this first time through. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch. Swing and a foul ball, 0-2. Had Grundy off balance. Sinker, slider, cutter, little four-seamer.
The Friday night guy, and of course, Cade's one of the guys who could be that Friday night guy for Butch Thompson.
0-2, misses downstairs, a ball and 2 strikes.
I used to call them, they need to be an accountant. They have to be extremely economic. And you see we're into the third inning right now. We're 28 pitches in. That's exactly where he needs to be. We need to get through this thing quick.
1-2, popped up, back and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, did a nice job. I mean, we walked Egri, got ahead of him, but then lost him, and then he's had some pretty economical at-bats since then. He's not gone too deep into counts. Hasn't had a 3-ball count since then, and gets a swing and a miss of Grundy here. Chased one down and away, and that's strikeout number 3 for Fisher.
What a great pitch right there. It's a nice breaking ball, and it has great bite to it. But, Brad, what it does is it's a strike, it's a strike, it's a strike, and then it's a ball. And that's the most devastating pitch that a left-handed pitcher can throw to a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, once you make the commitment to swing, nothing you can do about it. Pitch missed just outside, 1-0 to Brendan Jones, the second baseman. It's only the second hitter, well, third, because he hit Cooney. And there's a strike to even the count. But he got ahead of 6 of the first 9, so 6 hitters he got ahead of the first time through the order. Pitch. Inside, 2-1.
There's some Glavine-like comparisons you could make with Cade Fisher.
2-1. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-2.
Same arm slot, right?
Yeah, that's a really nice comparison. He didn't he's not going to blow anybody away at 97, but he gets a swing and a miss here just fine with 83 and elevated. 4 strikeouts for Fisher. Uses the high and low parts of the strike zone really well.
Pitching and real estate. Location, location, location.
4 strikeouts. First time through the order for Fisher. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Here's jersey number 1, C.J. Egri, his second turn. And he takes the ball outside, 1-0. Egri walked, was left stranded at second. They're hoping he's in the lineup every day. Pitch misses inside. It's 2-0.
I really like the tempo also. You know, it's just he's going to engage his defense. They're going to make great plays behind him because of the tempo. I mean, he's starting deliveries with 12, 13 seconds at times still left on that clock.
2-0 pitch. Missed downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. So he walked Egri the first time, and he's gone to 3-0 here. And Irish goes out and talks to his pitcher. A couple of college baseball veterans there getting on the same page. Butch Thompson's talked about not letting Ike let go of that leadership mantle this season. And there he took charge, popped up, went out, talked to his pitcher. See what they do. 3-0. Called strike on the outside corner. Threw him a fastball.
Yeah, Ike's dropped the last 2 balls, and Ike might have gone out there and said, "Hey, look, man, I'm going to help you more. That one's on me." That's what great catchers do, is they take part of the responsibility, take off the shoulders of the pitcher.
3-1 is grounded foul. So after the visit to the mound, couple of strikes, and now the count's full. Nobody on, 2 away. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. It's 2-0 Auburn. 2 runs on 4 hits. 3-2 pitch. Just missed inside. Irish held it there.
And that was the pitch, too, because you throw it on the inner half there where the hitter leaning over the plate, he can't get a swing off. So he's going to take it no matter what. If you can cover the inside part of the zone there, you're not going to get a swing. You're going to get a backwards catch.
A couple of times we mentioned it now. The misses are not bad misses. You like the placement of these pitches, even if they're not called. Now they got the runner picked off. He left too early. Throw to first, down to second, and the ball is dropped by Fabian at second base. They had Egri dead to rights at second, and Fabian dropped it.
Yeah, we had a high tag there, and that's where you're going to get the upper thigh or the butt, and that's going to jar the ball out of his glove, right? It needs to be down by the feet because
there's less meat there.
There's
right?
less meat there, and it's not going to jar the glove. That's where you really got to bounce down there and make that play.
First pitch to Scanlon is a called strike, 0-1. Scanlon broke his bat in the first inning. Barrel went flying out to second base on a ground out to first. Off speed. Caught the inside corner. That's a pretty pitch.
This is going to say a lot about Cade Fisher. He just picked a guy off for the 3rd out of the inning, only we dropped the ball. So where does he go from here? Can he adjust? Can he overcome that?
He's ahead 0-2, and it bounced up there. Runner will take off for third. Irish had to spin around and locate it, and Egri was able to take third as a result. So it goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Scanlon. Runner at third, 2 down.
And all this is going to get better, but Ike Irish has to beat the ball to the spot. He's got to square it up, and he's got to send that ball right back to the plate and keep it in front. And he will. He will. It's early on.
45th pitch for Fisher. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5th strikeout for Fisher. And the inning is over. No runs, hits, or errors, and a runner stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 Auburn. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, oh, sorry, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste because you know all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Two 2-0 Auburn. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Packed house, a lot of excitement at Plainsman Park. Game 2 tomorrow night at 6. Pretty fun day lined up tomorrow. You got a couple of more softball games. How about the job that Chris and Kate Malvo's team has done so far this year?
Our softball team is 8 and Malvo.
That's good. That's really good.
That was what our folks on social, and I need to give credit to somebody from our social team for doing that because that was excellent.
I wish I'd thought of that. That's good. Yeah, Chris and Kate home plate has been successful so far. A really good series to watch, and there's some grit in that bunch. A couple of come-from-behind wins this year. Lucas Steele fouls the first pitch off into the Tiger Terrace on the left side, 0-1.
Lucas Steele is my lunch pail guy. He just gets on top of that plate and says, "Bring it, brother. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna compete." I love the way this guy competes.
0-1, high fly to shallow left. Cooney is in. Shortstop King is back. They almost run into each other, and King, the shortstop, comes up with the ball. Oh, that could have been really bad for King and Cooney. Boy, usually you see the left fielder call off the shortstop there, have the better angle, but it was King who went out, stayed with it.
Hey, Brad, I'll tell you, those things happen when you go a long way from home.
Yeah.
And, brother, Holy Cross is a long way from home.
That's a good point. First pitch in there for a strike to McMurray. It's 0-1. This is their first time on a baseball field since the fall.
And you know how I knew that, Brad?
Pitch, swing, and a miss. 0-2 to McMurray.
Great changeup.
Yeah.
The reason I knew that is they came out here today around 1 o'clock and hit inside the cages, and their entire pitching staff took their shoes off and were walking barefooted through the outfield.
0-2.
They wanted the full experience.
Sure. Bounced up there. A ball and 2 strikes to McMurray. Grounded out to second his first time. And you say, well, why today? Why couldn't they come yesterday? Well, they're not allowed to miss classes on Thursday. Pitch to McMurray. Missed low and away. It's 2-2. And they're only allowed to miss 4 Friday classes during the semester. So these kind of trips are few and far between for the Crusaders. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to center. Royer comes on. He's under it. He makes the catch for the second out. Just missed the barrel of the bat on that one.
Yeah, and you know the route of the left fielder, I was just thinking about this. The route of the left fielder is going to be a little more interesting in Plainsman Park now than it ever has before because he's got lots of help behind him. He now has about 450, 500 people helping him out, which is what the Southeastern Conference is famous for.
Eric Guevara takes the ball low and in, 1-0. Guevara struck out in the first. 2-0 Tigers. A 2-run double by Eric Snow. The scoring so far.
Do you think every time there's a fly ball out there, you're going to have some folks yelling, I got it, you got it, take it?
1-0, fouled off the end of the bat. He pulled it off the end of the bat to the left side, 1-1. Well, that was the experience that right fielders started having last year.
Right.
And so now left fielders, they're not left out anymore. They get the same experience. 1-1 pitch. Inside corner, good pitch from Macchiarola, 1-2.
I tell you, Macchiarola is doing a great job with his secondary stuff. He's sinking his fastball. His changeup is really good. It has tremendous arm speed. And he's locating the breaking ball. When you do those things, you're not going to get great swings against you.
No, he's looked poised up there. Pitch fouled back, still 1-2.
Well, he pitched in the Cape last summer, and I know I've mentioned that, but that's significant. That means you've been playing SEC baseball all summer, even if you're at Holy Cross. And I don't say that in a demeaning way. I just, this guy has seen what it's supposed to look like in the summers.
1-2. Grounded foul. Guevara waited on the breaking ball and fouled it away.
And he's going to keep throwing that heavy sink changeup until somebody figures out how to stay through the middle of the field on it.
1-2 to the Auburn third baseman. Grounded foul again at the plate. Big hook. He waited on it to drop and fouled it away. Samuel Dutton gets the start tomorrow night for the Tigers, transfer from LSU. I think it's interesting that both of these transfers, both the starters for the first 2 games of the season, have experience in Omaha. 1-2. Glove by Macchiarola. Nice play. Leaped into the air. If he didn't get that, it's bouncing on into center field,
no doubt,
for a base hit. But he did make the play, and he gets credit for that, and he retires the side in order in the third. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers in inning number 3. But through 3, Auburn leads Holy Cross 2-0. We're back to Plainsman Park as Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good, and they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 to switch to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
You're listening to Auburn Baseball. Now more of the Tigers and Crusaders from Plainsman Park.
Back on the loveliest village, we go to the fourth inning. And some activity in the Auburn bullpen. There's some guys going down there, loosening up. Coach Thompson sort of famously does not push the starters very hard on opening weekend. There's a gradual buildup to the workload.
Yeah, and not to kick the dead horse here, but I'm going to say it. We're sitting at 40 pitches, actually 39 pitches, and we're going to run off the field because we just picked a guy off first base.
Yeah.
And because we don't complete that play, that's 5 more pitches for Cade Fisher. And those are the things that drive you nuts as a coach, because you got to get Cade Fisher off the field so that you can get him deeper into the ball game.
Belargian, the first baseman, first hitter here in the top of the fourth, and he takes the ball just off the outside edge, 1-0. Belargian, a strikeout victim. He looked at strike 3 back in the first inning. Kicking the pitch. Ground ball to third. Guevara gloves it, letter high. Pats it in the glove, throws to first in time, 1 away. Looks natural out there, doesn't he?
That young man can really play defense, and he makes difficult things look easy. And the feet and the hands just work.
He was charging in and judged the ball really well immediately. It was like a charge for a half step, and then nope. I got it right there, letter high. Here is Royer, the center fielder. He takes ball 1 away.
And there's no question the most difficult infield position in college baseball, in my opinion, is third base. You're dealing with all those lips. You're dealing with the positioning of the bag. You're dealing with fans right by you. You're dealing with all these things. And you got to be somebody who can focus in. And I think Eric's that guy. I think he's going to have a great year.
The 1-0 missed outside. It went to 2-0 to Royer, and out comes Everett Tieford, second-year pitching coach. And that's going to be it. So 50 pitches, right just shy of 50 pitches for Cade Fisher in his Auburn debut. He exits the game. He has walked a couple, and he hit a batter. And that is all that he surrendered to this point in the game. So he leaves, and Cam Tilley is in. We will step away as Auburn makes, for the first time this year, the Alabama Power call to the bullpen.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Cam Tilley is the new pitcher for Auburn, sophomore from Newburgh, Indiana, 6'2", 207. Sophomore right-hander. Last year was 3-1 with a 6.29 earned run average. 14 appearances, all in relief. He pitched 24 1/3 innings, gave up 20 hits, 17 earned runs. He walked 14, struck out 27, so better than a strikeout an inning. And opposition only hit 217 against Cam Tilley. For Cade Fisher, 3 1/3 innings, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, a hit batter, and a wild pitch. He did not give up a run He did not give up a hit. And he exited the game after 48 pitches. And on comes Cam Tilley. There was a stretch during the season when Tilley was particularly effective. Well, a couple of them, as a matter of fact. And really, his last 3 outings against Florida A&M, LSU, and Ole Miss, 3 relief outings in which he went 6 2/3 innings, gave up a total of 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts. And that was how he closed 2024. Tilley's first pitch, fastball, strike to Royer. It's 2-1. And Tilley working quickly with nobody on base. Here's a swing and a foul back. Very different look. You go Fisher, where it's all about location, and now Tilley comes in throwing 93. And he's evened up the count after 2 pitches. Tilley from the wind delivers and misses inside. 92 on the heater and counts full.
And most young arms are convinced they have to have the velocity. You don't. You have to have location.
Yeah. Payoff pitch. Fly ball, right side. That's going to get on out of play. Didn't hear a big thud, so it was beyond the 984 club.
Brad, have you seen the documentary on Greg Maddux on MLB?
Yes.
It's one of the best I've ever seen.
It's captivating. Payoff pitch. Bounced one in the dirt and past Irish, and there's a walk. No, I love the idea of setting up with a lead late in a game, setting a guy up that you're probably going to play in the playoffs later. Letting him hit a home run. It's the Jeff Bagwell story.
Yeah.
Because he'll be looking for that pitch when you play him in the playoffs later.
In the history of the game, I've never seen that type of 2-seam movement. It's just extraordinary.
Here's Jimmy King, first pitch down the middle, strike 1. The walk, by the way, was credited to Fisher. He threw the first 2 balls. We're in the 4th inning. Tigers lead 2-0, tying run at the plate in the form of King. Runner goes. Pitch is sliced down the right field line. That's trouble. It's fair. It's into the corner, and the runner had a head start. Royer is waved around third. He will score. The throw comes into second. It's an RBI double for Jimmy King, and Holy Cross is on the board. The Auburn lead is now 2-1.
ID.
As we pause, 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Here's Connor Cooney. King, by the way, drove in 23 runs last year, and he drives in the Crusaders' first run tonight. There's a ground ball, foul, pass first. And it's 0-1 to Cooney, who was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. Opening day for college baseball. We'll get you some scores of other games throughout the SEC as we go along tonight. Pretty exciting start to this season. There's a lot of chances to catch the Tigers at home these next 2 weeks. Pitch in there for a strike to Cooney. Good-looking breaking ball. It's 0-2 to him.
So our friends in Athens win today. They beat Quinnipiac 9-1. Did I say that correctly? I think I have a mental block about that one school, and I apologize to anybody connected to that school.
0-2, swung on and missed. He turns around Cooney on 3 pitches till he gets his first strikeout.
That's one of those multi-syllabic words that just doesn't. Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac.
There you go. I say it fast.
Mine is defibrillator.
Okay.
John, I was the pronouncer for the Lee County Junior Spelling Bee a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Defibrillator was one of the words I tried 3 times, and I just had to apologize. Look, I'm sorry. Can I choose a different word? Couldn't get it. So Quinnipiac is that, huh?
Yeah, I've always struggled with that one. And they always seem to be playing an SEC school somewhere at some point.
That's right. Pitch miss low and away, 1-0 to Brown.
Kentucky in game 1 at Lipscomb in Nashville gets those guys 11-0. 11-0 Kentucky over Lipscomb.
1-0 pitch to Brown. High chopper to third. Oh, Guevara gloved it on a short hop. Throws to first in plenty of time. He made that look very easy.
That's a clinic. That's third base clinic defensively right there.
A high hop. He had to pick it off the short second hop, and he threw on to first perfectly, got him by 3 steps. So the inning is over, but Holy Cross gets on the board. A walk and a double. A run, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-1. Tigers on top. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, batter. Spring is in full swing on the Plains for Auburn softball and baseball. Lock in your seats today for J.B. Moore Field and Plaisman Park on AUBTix.com. Single game tickets start at only $12 and $15, with other ticket packages available for everyone in the Auburn family. Check out all the fun promotions and giveaways we have planned this season and head to AUBTix.com or click tickets in the Auburn Athletics app to get yours today. War Eagle.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Go to the bottom of the 4th. Ballou, Fabian, and Terrell do up 6, 7, and 8 for the Tigers, leading Holy Cross 2-1. John, you got some more SEC scores?
Yeah.
All right.
Mississippi State beats Manhattan, the Jaspers.
Okay.
17-3 in game 1. And Arkansas knocks off Washington State 3-2 in 10 innings there in Fayetteville.
Okay.
LSU gets Purdue, Fort Wayne 14-0 in Baton Rouge. And Oklahoma beats Lehigh 11-3
okay.
in Norman. Penn State scores the late touchdown and kicks the field goal, and they beat Missouri 10-0.
Oh.
I'm sure that's actually in Puerto Rico.
Huh.
In Arlington, Texas, Ole Miss gets number 21 ranked Arizona 2-1.
Cade Ballou steps in, single his first time. He takes ball 1 low near the dirt, 1-0.
South Carolina beats Sacred Heart 5-3 in Columbia.
1-0 pitch to Ballou. Ground ball, right side, slow hit. Jones over to glove it, throws to first, and they get Ballou by a step. Good to see Cade hustling down the first baseline. That's been a focus for this staff this year, too. Go mad. Go be the fastest team in the country to first base, even on a routine rollout there.
Absolutely.
1 away.
Game 2 in Nashville. Lipscomb gets Kentucky 3-1. And Arkansas in game 2 really takes care of Washington State 14-2.
So a close game 1, not a close game 2.
Right. And Brad, you should have done a better job in Tuscaloosa because you got beat 10-3. That's Alabama beating Bradley.
Oh.
10-3 in Tuscaloosa. Actually, that's in the top of the 9th.
Okay.
The Florida Gators.
So I can still rally.
You can still rally.
I can still
the Bradleys can still rally.
Yeah.
And we need them to.
Be a brave rally.
And tell them not to spend any taxable dollars in Tuscaloosa while they're there.
0-2 to Fabian, reaches out, fouls it away off the end of the bat. Just kept the bat alive there, still 0-2.
Through 5 in Gainesville, Florida is beating Air Force 7-0. In game 2 in Norman, Oklahoma beating Lehigh 7-2. And A&M and Elon are just getting started in College Station.
0-2. Fabian rolls one slowly foul up the third base line. Good battle here for Derek.
The Vandy boys are just getting started in Phoenix, Arizona against Grand Canyon. And Texas is about to get it going versus Louisville. Some really good matchups here. I was going to say Vandy boys, but I really don't know what that means. So I'm just going to stay with Vandy.
Yeah, that's how we typically refer to them anyway. So you mentioned Arlington. We go there in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, what a great tournament, great opportunity for our kids to play in a major league venue. And
we'll talk more about it when we're there, but that, I thought 3 years ago, 0-2 to Fabian. Again, he stays alive, grounds it into the dugout, still 0-2. I thought that weekend in 22 went a long way to building the confidence of the team. They lost a close game to Oklahoma, won a close game over Texas Tech. I think maybe had gone to Omaha the year before, or at least to a super, and then controlled Kansas State on day 3. So you come out of that 2-1 with a couple of really quality wins, and now you're at a solid altitude.
Well, essentially, Brad, what you're doing is you're playing an NCAA regional,
right,
in a neutral site in a major league ballpark. And that's great experience for your kids.
Still no balls, 2 strikes to Fabian here. Derek singled, stole a base, scored a run in the second. 0-2, misses high, a ball and 2 strikes. Getting a few more pitches out of Macchiarola. He's at 61 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The right-hander comes set, delivers, fly ball. Shallow right. Jones is out from second. He's called off by Egri in right field. He works his way backwards the last couple of steps to make the catch for the out. 2 down. And after the double by Snow in the second inning, Egri has settled in nicely. He's retired 7 in a row since then. Now here's Bub Terrell. Terrell struck out on the breaking ball. Swings and foul tips into the mid here, 0-1. He was drafted by Toronto in the 19th round of the 24 Major League Draft. Chose to make his way to college. Grounds one sharply off the third baseman's glove, and Grundy can't recover in time. Grundy went down to a knee, had the glove in front of him, but it kicked off the heel about 10 feet to his left and forward. And when he tried to go pick it up the second time, he overran it.
That's a great approach by Bob. Just throws his hands at the ball. It's a fastball away, lets it travel, and just hits a rod, just hits a bullet. Yeah, that's one of those, where purists are going to say.
First pitch is a strike to Snow, 0-1.
Purists are going to say that should be an error. The guy who's actually played out there before is going to say, that's a rocket. You go make that play.
It is on the scoreboard as an error.
Yeah.
It goes as an error, so take away the hit. And here's the 0-1 to Snow.
And
throw to first.
And I'm sure our official scorekeeper is very, very good. But he can meet us after the game, and I'll hit that ball at him and see if we call it an average play, which is the very definition, right?
Here's the pitches or the throw to first. That should become a thing. What a great thing. After every game, take every questionable call from the official score. Make the official scorer
make the play.
Simulate the play. Make the play.
Yeah.
There's a high fly ball, foul left side. Snow hit that over to the parking deck, almost. Between the Tiger Terrace and the deck. Oh, the deck's full tonight.
It really is.
Yeah. I don't know why I said that like I was surprised. I'm not surprised. Pretty much any spot that you can take to watch the game is full tonight. Going to set an attendance record at Plainsman Park. Another throw over to first with 2 outs. They're keeping Terrell close.
One of the benefits of having like 40 people in the dugout is somebody's keeping a chart on Macchiarola. And what they're going to write on that chart is he loves to pick while he's coming set. If he holds the baseball, he's probably most of the time not going to pick. Now, he just held and picked right there, which is very, very smart on his part. He's a little bit older, but he had just set a pattern over and over and over again of picking while coming set. So what the great ones can do is hold the baseball and then pick.
0-2 pitch, missed low, a ball and 2 strikes. Snow doubled to left, drove in Auburn's 2 runs back in the second inning. He bats here with Terrell at first and 2 down here in the 4th.
I don't know if he's going to get this pitch off right here.
It's down to 6. Pitch number 68.
That was close.
Line drive, center field, diving try, center fielder made the catch. Royer with a diving catch in center. A fine play by the Holy Cross center fielder.
Heck of a play.
And that's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and a runner left on base for the Tigers. We've played 4 here at Plainsman Park. Conecuh Sausage is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store or visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama off I-65 at exit 96. Through 4, Tigers on top of the Crusaders 2-1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more rings, 2 more.
you deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, the Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Port, Chicago, Illinois.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Back to more Auburn baseball against Holy Cross.
Back at Plainsman Park, Cam Tilley back out there for his first full inning of work. Auburn leads Holy Cross 2-1. And as the Crusaders come to bat, it'll be Grundy, Jones, and Egri, 8, 9, and 1 in the order, due up. So game 2 tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And if you're listening to us on the radio outside of Auburn, to listen tomorrow, you'll need to download the Auburn app. The game will be available locally on ESPN 106.7, but everywhere on the app. On the network tomorrow, we have men's basketball at Alabama, number 1 versus number 2, Andy Burcham. Randall Dickey, Jacob Hillman have the coverage from Tuscaloosa starting at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. There's a big swing and a big miss by Ryan Grundy. 0-1, the count. Grundy struck out against Fisher in the 3rd. Left-handed hitter deep in the batter's box. He takes a ball up and away from Tilley.
You know, Brad, they were showing Coach Baird touring the facility earlier in the day. I can't express, as somebody who came from outside of the Auburn family.
1-1. High fly ball, left center, pretty well hit. Carter has a bead on it, though. It was higher than it was far. Carter read it, circled back, angled back to the ball, made the catch. Easy out, 1 down.
I'm not sure that Auburn fully appreciates how Baird is and what he meant to college baseball and what he did with this program in the 80s and the 90s. Seriously, one of the great all-time college baseball coaches in history, not just the SEC. And I consider Hal to be a friend and a mentor and somebody who, even to this day, I mean, just comes up with incredibly bright ideas. And we just love having him out here.
First pitch missed up and away to Jones. The 1-0 is a breaking ball, swung on and missed. It's 1-1. No, I think it bears repeating. I think maybe the modern fan, there's a fly ball to center. Ballou in his tracks. makes the catch. 2 down quickly. Certainly the younger fan may not appreciate or know the heights to which Coach Baird took this program. And Hal Baird is one of those coaches, and not, it takes a special talent to be a successful coach, but the vision, the big picture vision for a program beyond just having a team that wins games. That pitch was wild and caught Javero January after it hit Egri. It hit Egri and then hit the home plate umpire.
Ike Irish needs to get out to the mound right now and give him a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Let's see. It caught Egri
right on the forearm.
Yeah. Well, and it barely got Egri too, so it didn't slow it down a whole lot for the home plate umpire. Throw over to first, tying run over at first base with 2 down here in the 5th.
I tell you what, if I was back there, I would have on armor everywhere. Yeah. I mean, that really hurts.
Pitch missed outside. Yeah, 92 with not a lot of cushion. A ball and no strikes to Scanlon. Wide stance, leans out over the plate. 1-0 pitch from Tilley. Down the middle. Strike 1. It's 1-1 to the Holy Cross DH.
We're talking about Coach Baird. I look out on that wall and see 4 retired jerseys, and all 4 of them were coached by Coach Hal Baird.
A couple of World Series trips in the 90s. And under his leadership, when Plainsman Park was sort of turned into this iteration of it that has now been built upon, it was the premier ballpark in the SEC. Runner goes from first, throw to second. Here's the tag. He's out. The throw was to the left to the bag, and still Fabian was able to glove it, sweep around, make the tag, and Egri is thrown out trying to steal. So Irish throws out his first would-be base stealer of the year, and that'll close up the 5th inning for Holy Cross. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base, halfway home on the season opener. 2-1 Tigers. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunization. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Top of the order due up for Auburn here in the 5th inning. Carter, Irish, and Steele. Auburn on top of Holy Cross, 2-1. Tigers about hit the Crusaders, 4-1. The 5th inning is presented by Wind Creek Hotel and Casino. 3 Alabama locations, Montgomery, Atmore, Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Hotel and Casino and online at windcreek.com. Cool night, but comfortable. Really terrific backdrop for opening day. And I think we're going to miss some of the weather coming through. I think the rain moves through tomorrow night and into Sunday morning. As Carter swings and misses for strike 1. Carter has singled and grounded back to the pitcher. Or
is that what James
he tried to bunt
said?
out? No, that's That's what my simple little app said.
Well, if James Spann doesn't say it.
That's a good point. Fly ball shallow center. That's caught by Royer, 1 down in the 5th.
I say that because, like myself,
Yeah.
James Spann is from that other town up there. And he actually went to high school with one of my sisters, and we've been following him for a long time. He has been through some wars.
Well,
literally.
you're not kidding. But he's also seen a lot of people through some wars, too.
Yes, he has.
Pitch to Irish. Missed outside, 1-0. Yeah, he went to Mississippi State, didn't he?
You know,
I think so.
They do have a great a broadcast meteorology program at Mississippi State, so it's very possible.
1-0 pitch. Irish sends one down the left field line, and that's slicing foul. He hit that a long way for a little flick of the wrist. 1-1 the count. Did you, when you were coaching, how much did you keep up with what the other teams did on a given night? 1-1 pitch, a little bit low. Good eye there, 2-1.
Never during. You know, you go in the clubhouse, you do all your responsibilities, and then you kind of catch it. Usually somebody's telling you.
Yeah. 2-1. Hit hard, but right at the second baseman. Bobbled by Jones, but it was hit so hard he had enough time to recover and throw out Irish for the second out.
That's a good stroke. That's a good sign. You know, he's out in front, first 2 ABs, that ball smoked. Just hit me 100 of those, and I'll make you an All-American, because that's what Ike Irish can do right there.
Here's Lucas Steele. Auburn does not have a hit since the second inning, since that 2-run double. They've had one base runner who reached on an error. Steele takes ball 1. Macchiarola has been impressive in his poise and his composure. 1-0 pitch. Off speed in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
And you got to wonder how long they're going to let him roll, because they got to have this guy. Like, for them to be competitive in the Patriot, are they in the Patriot?
They
yes.
are. Yep. Finished third last year. They're the preseason pick in the Patriot League. 1-1 outside, and he threw that one hard. 2-1.
So it's a 1-run game here in the 5th, and this is when you really earn your money as a coach. If you're at Holy Cross, you got to ask yourself, how much is too much? Because I got to have this guy. I got to have 14 starts out of this guy.
Pitch number 77 missed outside. It's 3-1 to Steele. Steele, the brother-in-law of former Auburn starting pitcher Richard Fitz. 3-1. Foul ball, left side, took his chances on a 3-1 pitch.
Whose brother actually pitched for me at Mississippi State on a team that played for national championship 2013. That was Trevor Fitz, who's now a coach.
Yeah.
At the Division I level.
Richard's going to spend some time in the big leagues.
Yes, he is.
This season. Payoff pitch to Steele. Missed outside with a break. Tried that backdoor breaking ball and missed the outside corner. So Steele is aboard with 2 out.
And that's pitch number 80. You got to ask you, I don't see any movement in that bullpen.
There he is. We have an eye in the sky. The South Donahue eye in the sky.
Do you see anybody rolling over there?
Tells us
there's a left-hander. Yeah.
Nick Harnish.
Right-hander. Yeah.
Nick Harnish.
Okay. All right.
Yep. He's a right-hander.
From here. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, we're just talking about Coach Beard and what he has meant to college baseball. And you're right. One of the just an incredible Southern gentleman and somebody I consider to be a friend. But, you know, I'm going to brag a little bit on Butch Thompson here.
Sure.
You know, last summer, Auburn's got 11 big leaguers. At 1 point over a 365-day period, 11 guys who played for Butch Thompson for Auburn University are in the big leagues. I don't think that's ever been done before.
McMurray takes ball 1 outside. No, there's no question that the relationships and the development when guys get here. You see guys transferring into the program this year from other Division I power conference schools who want the opportunity to be developed by this group. McMurray swings and misses. It's 1-1. The Auburn first baseman. Coop's 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch. Ground ball, fair. Pass first and into the corner. Extra bases for McMurray. On his way to third is Steele. Throw comes into first base. It's a stand-up double for Cooper McMurray. And he shot it right up that first base line.
Carl Nunemaker at third base coaching third base, just did a great job of getting way, way down toward home plate just to see if there's any kind of bobble with a tandem relay guy. If there's a bobble, he's not going to stop that runner. And he can only do that if you're really deep in the coaching box, and he was way down the line. That's a great job by Carl.
So they're at second and third with 2 outs. That's Auburn's first hit since the 2-run double by Snow. And there's a line drive by Guevara. Into left, diving attempt by the left fielder. He made the catch. Cooney. My goodness. Holy Cross defensively has made about 3 phenomenal plays in this game, and that one took a couple of runs.
It did. The playing center and the playing left, very difficult plays because you're running right toward it. It's the one to your left, your right are easier plays, man. If you got to come and run right toward the infield, that's the most difficult dive play of them all.
Keeps it a 1-run game, 2-1 Tigers through 5 innings. We head to the 6th when we come back to Plainsman Park. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn family, opening weekend on the Plains for Auburn softball and baseball is coming up. Secure your seats today in Jane B. Moore Field and Plainsman Park at aubtix.com. Single game tickets begin at just $12 and $15, with other ticket packages also on sale now. With many fun weekends at the ballpark calling your name, head to aubtix.com or click tickets in the Auburn Athletics app to get yours today. War Eagle.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of Exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
Opening night for Auburn baseball. Tigers lead Holy Cross 2-1 as we go to the 6th inning. Along with Auburn Athletic Director John Cohen, I'm Brad Law. Andy Burcham's in Tuscaloosa. For men's basketball tomorrow, Greg Olson joins me on the call tomorrow. And then Andy is back. I'm with Andy Sunday for the series finale. That's a 1 o'clock start.
I'm going to stay away from that Olson guy.
He spent a little time in the big leagues, too.
Well, his breaking ball was so disgustingly horrible. I still have nightmares about it. I did a really good job of missing his breaking ball by about 11 feet.
Pitch to Scanlon. Behind him. Breaking ball from Tilley behind Scanlon for ball 1.
That's Greg Olson. Even to this day, and I coached for a while, he had the best 12-6 breaking ball I've ever seen.
1-0 pitch outside, 2-0.
I'll tell you what made me feel really good, though. We're playing here at Auburn, and he struck me out like on 3 pitches, and 4 months later, he did that to Don Mattingly in the big leagues. So that made me feel a little bit better about
Sure.
myself.
2-0 misses outside. It's 3-0 to Scanlon.
On his way to being Rookie of the Year the next year. His first full year in the big leagues.
3-0. Down the middle, get me over fastball. It's 3-1. Scanlon has grounded out and struck out. He was at the plate when Egri was thrown out trying to steal second. Shift is on with the 3-1 pitch. It swung on and missed, and now there are 2 strikes. Counts full. Tilley, an inning and 2/3 of relief. 6 times last year. Almost half of his appearances were 2 innings or more. Long look in. Pitch clock at 3. Here's the pitch. Lined, foul, right side. He was early.
Yeah, he went soft there with the breaking ball. He's early. So you're reading swings. You got guys in the dugout or making decisions. So you really either go hard in here or hard away. Those are the 2 pitches to me that can really trip up the swing when they're out front.
Payoff pitch. And hit him. Hit him on a 3-2 pitch, so he's the third Crusader to be hit in this game, and it's a leadoff base runner.
I think Ike's a little – I think he thinks he had a positive movement with the knee into the baseball. I'd love to see a replay of that. If our friends on television would show that, and I guess they're not going to show it.
Clearly they can't hear you, otherwise they would.
But I tell you what, Ike really felt like there was a positive move into the baseball, and of course you can't do that.
Pelargian takes a breaking ball for a strike. Breaking ball at 78, fastball at 93. At its peak from Tilly so far tonight. The stretch, Tilly's pitch. Another breaking ball, same pitch, same spot. 0-2. Now, Tilly is a guy who can give you a few innings of long relief. You got Carson Myers, a lefty, who did that several times last year. Connor McBride, another guy who could do that out of the bullpen. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Curveball, but inside.
Yeah, that was actually caught more of the plate than the previous 2 pitches. That's not where he wanted that pitch to be. 0-2, and you can tell Cam's a little upset with himself because that ball really stayed in the strike zone and up. It's a quality breaking ball, but what he really wants is he wants to start that pitch much, much further inside.
Gianni Royer drives one to left. Carter had him shaded toward the gap, and that shortened his route into left center to make the catch. 1 pitch, second out. 2 down, and Scanlon still hanging out at first base.
I really love the way the path of this arm for Cam Tilly. And when I say that, it's just such an easy, short delivery. And the path of the arm is just really short and quick, and you just don't think a lot of arm problems can develop from that simple a path.
Here's Jimmy King. He has the only hit tonight for Holy Cross. He takes ball 1 low. It was an RBI double in the 4th. Tying run at first, 2 down, top of the 6th. Tilly from the stretch, plants, fires, breaking ball, Steve Reich. 1-1. He's got that curve dialed in.
He really does. And, that one is more of a hit me average. I'm going to get a ground ball. And he's got a better one than that he will show.
Here's the 1-1 to King. Breaking ball, missed inside. And it's 2-1.
A lot of upside for Cam Tilly. Butch and this staff have done such a great – there's so many young – players in this program. You can just see it coming. You can see the development. You can see them getting better every day.
2-1, ground ball to short. Fabian gloves, goes the short way to second for the force, and that will end the inning. So Tilly got the ground ball that he wanted there from King, and that shuts the door on the threat here in the 6th. Leadoff hit batter, he goes nowhere. No runs, hits, errors, and 1 left for the Crusaders. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still, Auburn 2. Holy Cross 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Montgomery is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Montgomery. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
2-1, Auburn on top as the Tigers come to bat in the 6th inning. They will do so against a new pitcher. Danny Macchiarola goes 5 innings, And they were 5 effective innings. I mean, they're going to be happy. Coach Gahovic is going to be very happy with what he got from Macchiarola in this game tonight. The Holy Cross starter goes 5 innings, gives up 2 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 84 pitches, 60 for strikes for Macchiarola. He gives way to Nick Harnish, 6 feet, 190, a right-hander out of Manasquan, New Jersey. He says with no confidence whatsoever.
Oh, man.
Part of the all-tournament team last year in the Patriot League. He was 2-0 last year in 20 appearances, all in relief, an earned run average just under 6. He saved 3 games for the Crusaders a year ago. Harnish, 36 and a third innings, 41 hits allowed, 24 earned runs, 18 walks, 17 strikeouts, gave up 9 doubles, 9 home runs. And teams hit .281 last year against Nick Harnish.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think I have this. I think his father's Pete Harnish, who pitched in the big leagues for a long time. I think he had 200-plus decisions in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Houston, New York.
Play with the Mets. Okay.
Cincinnati.
First batter of the inning is Cade Ballou against Harnish.
And Pete was from New Jersey and went to Fordham. And it says he has a son named Nick. Now, what are the odds?
Well, yeah. 0-1 pitch.
Get
Fly
going.
ball, right center from Ballou. It's deep. It's gone. He hit it out of here.
Well, it's got to be an emotional moment for the Ballou family. With what they've been through and what a great moment for Nick and the entire Auburn family. And look at that bench. Look at that bench.
Man.
Brad, some things just transcend the human experience and how sports can bring everybody together, and that's one of them.
3-1, Tigers on top. On the home run by Cade Ballou. The 0-1 to Fabian, swing and a miss.
And he did not have any help because this wind is blowing straight in from left field. So he didn't have a lot of help there.
And everybody in that dugout is giving out a hug to Cade Ballou. Pitch missed low to Fabian, 1-2. How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Yes.
1-2, check swing. It was low and outside. 2-2 to Derek. Fabian is 1 for 2, a single, a stolen base. He has scored one of the 3 Auburn runs tonight. 3 runs on 6 hits now for the Tigers, and there's a hard hit ground ball. Shortstop fields on a couple of hops. King throws to first in time to get Fabian by a step. 1 down in the Auburn 6th.
That's a nice play. When you're on a foreign infield a long way from home and you got to get that second tough hop and work your glove through the ball and get rid of it with a really good runner, that's a great play.
It's a defensively sound ball club based on what we've seen so far here on opening night.
Great play, Jimmy King.
Here's Bub Terrell. He's reached on an error and struck out. And he takes a strike on the inside corner.
I'm going to have to get confirmation. Somebody out there is going to have to text me and give me confirmation on Pete Harnish. It's got to be, right?
Yeah. I think you file that in the it's got to be category. 0-1. Ooh, pulled the string, swing and a miss. That was a pretty changeup. 0-2 the count. If Pete settled in Manasquan, New Jersey, then...
Well, he did go to Fordham, and he is from New Jersey.
0-2 fouled away. Another changeup.
He was born in Comac, New York.
Uh-huh.
God, anybody who's listening to me from that area is just saying this guy's butchering everything.
The 0-2. Swinging a foul ball into the on-deck circle. Still 0-2. They might be listening tonight. Holy Cross didn't bring a radio crew.
Well, they're probably watching on TV, but
that's true.
But Harnish lives in Colts Neck, New Jersey.
Okay.
Wife Donna, 2 sons Jack and Nick. We're watching Nick.
Let's see if the bio on the website has it. There's a swing and a miss by Terrell, and he is down on strikes. 2 away. Yep. Pete is his dad.
Pete Harnish.
Yep.
And Pete had a different type of delivery, too, that had so much deception in it. And he had just a hammer for a breaking ball, too.
14-year major leaguer.
Yeah.
Pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. His brother Jack played for Fordham. Played for Santa Clara, too. Finished up 2 years ago. Eric Snow. 1-0 pitch to him. Outside. Brown did a good job to try to frame it. A ball and a strike the count. Snow, a 2-run double in the second. He's also flied to center. Nobody on, 2 away. 3-1 Auburn on top. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Snow drove in 46 runs in 2 years at USF. Hit one sharply over top of the Holy Cross dugout. 2-2.
You know, when you're young, things happen and they're special, and you don't fully grasp how special they are until you move beyond it in some time. And I think one day Cade is going to realize what a special moment that just was.
2-2, waited on a hanging breaking ball, and Snow lifted it into right field for a base hit. Good piece of 2-strike hitting by Eric Snow. He's got a 2-hit Auburn debut.
That's just like you write it up there. 2 strikes, breaking ball, stay on it, stay through it, use the ballpark. Nice work.
Opposite field single. You kind of read that one out of Harnish's hand. It just hung up there, and Snow did a good job to wait on it. Back to the top of the order, Bristol Carter.
Well, if anybody in the world had a good mentor to show them how to throw a breaking ball, it would be Nick Harnish, because his father had a hammer. Now, maybe not Greg Olson like.
I was going to say between Harnish and Olson.
I have to say, I never faced Pete Harnish, but I faced Greg Olson, and that was nightmare stuff.
Got a couple of real good hooks.
I'm a lot less intimidated on the golf course, even though he's pretty good at that too.
Yeah,
and I'm not. But
here's Carter. 1 for 3. Throw to first.
So that's the quick one, right? That's the quick one. So somebody's writing this into a notebook, scribbling this on the Auburn side. That's the quick pick. Is there a hold and pick to come? Because if you can do those 2 things, you got a chance to control the running game.
Pitch. Ground ball. Third baseman to his right makes a diving stop. Throw to first on a hop. Gloved over there for the out. And that is out number 3.
That was 2 great defensive plays on the same play.
Yeah.
Great work by the first baseman, and great job of getting the ball in and out at third.
So the leadoff home run by Cade Ballou adds the Auburn lead. It's 3-1 Tigers through 6 innings here at Plainsman Park. It's opening night for Auburn baseball, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie. Cooks Pest Control.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
As we go to the 7th inning, Auburn makes the call to the bullpen for Carson Myers, the lefty. So a lefty starter, righty first in relief, and now back to the lefty in Carson Myers. And we saw him a good bit in long relief last year. He's a senior out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, transferred into the program from UAB, 6'3", 213, now a senior. Last year was 2-3. 14 appearances, 6 of those in relief, and an earned run average of just under 5. 47 in the third innings pitched, 50 hits allowed, 26 earned runs, 26 walks, 35 strikeouts, and opposition hit 272 against Carson Myers. Cam Tilley goes 2 2/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He hit 2 batters, but worked around it. He threw 30 pitches, 17 4 strikes. That followed Cade Fisher's start, 3 1/3 innings, no hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. So Auburn pitching has struck out 7 and given up 1 run on 1 hit to this point. Tigers lead 3-1. And we'll see Carson Myers against Cooney, Brown, and Grundy. Lefty-lefty matchup here to start the 7th inning. The delivery. Ground ball, right side. Second baseman Snow on the edge of the right field grass. Throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here's Colin Brown. That'll work.
Yes. That's an accountant-like move right there. Very economic.
Yeah, you like that on the ledger. The praise is flowing in for your appearance on the radio broadcast.
Oh,
tonight,
my goodness.
I love it.
People are kind.
Pitch to Brown. Inside corner. Strike 1. Good pitch. In under the hands. Brown has grounded into a double play and grounded out for just 1 out to third base. He's played pepper over there with Guevara a couple of times, and he takes strike 2. Holy Cross catcher. 279 hitter, crouching stance. Ground ball to short. Fabian, gloves, throws, long throw. Stretched by McMurray. There's the 2nd out. Couple of ground ball outs from Myers on 4 pitches.
So here's what's a little bit different about Fabian. He's one of those middle guys whose arms are so long.
Yeah.
You know, most middle guys really have very short levers, and he's got long levers. And that makes it a little bit more challenging for him. But he's got so much arm strength that he can make any play because of the strength of his arm in the middle part of the infield.
That strong arm is why we saw him at third a lot last year.
Yes.
Yeah. Pitches outside to Grundy, 1 ball, no strikes. Myers plants and fires. That one caught the outside corner, came back to it. This time got the location. It's 1-1. SeatGeek's the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to games or any other live event, SeatGeek's the place to do it. SeatGeek, expect the expected. Pitch missed outside, 2-1.
Okay, so I got to ask you something. This is going to make me sound ridiculous, but I got to ask.
All
right? I got to bounce. And this is probably a quick Google search, and I could figure this out. But every time I hear that name, and of course there's been several Fabians who have played in this league.
There's a swing and a miss by Grundy, went low to chase, 2-2.
Wasn't there some superstar, like, you know, the good-looking leading man Fabian guy in the 50s that was like the Mr. Universe good-looking Am I making that up? Was that not real?
2-2 pitch, fly to right center. Who wants it, Ballou or Terrell? Cade's got it. Ballou makes the catch. We'll have the answer. This is a cliffhanger in the radio. But we'll have the answer after the 7th inning stretch. 3 up, 3 down for Myers on the fly out, and the 7th inning comes to a close. It's 3-1 Auburn, and it's time to stretch. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoTigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all. Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
It's 3-1 Auburn. Tigers have out-hit the Crusaders 7-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. A 2-run double by Eric Snow and a solo homer by Cade Ballou. The offense for the Tigers, and the trio of Cade Fisher, Cam Tilley, and Carson Myers done a nice job keeping the Holy Cross bats in check. That's your Regions Bank game recap as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
And indeed,
yeah,
there was a matinee idol who's still alive, who's 82 years old, named Fabian Anthony Forte, who was a singer, actor, matinee idol guy. His first name was Fabian.
Okay.
And they just referred to him as Fabian. And in fact, in Moneyball, there's actually a scene where all the scouts at the Oakland A's are in the old county stadium, and they're saying something about somebody looking like Fabian.
Yes.
So as we reach deep into the abyss of the absurd of doesn't matter.
I always thought, John, that was an old school baseball player that I just wasn't familiar with that they were referencing.
No, Fabian was a real Hollywood guy, movie star.
Guy looks like Fabian.
Yeah, and in fact, I was just looking at the picture. He had the flow.
Yeah.
With the hair, the whole thing. 82 years old, and he's still rocking. Fabian, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So you weren't talking about Fabio. There was an actual Fabian.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah. All right, new pitcher. It is a Pepper Tree pitching change for Holy Cross. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. Best wine selection, finest cuts of meat. Visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery. Online, steaksandwine.com. Ike Irish is the first guy to greet Luke Lamond, a senior from Port St. Lucie, Florida. First pitch to Irish is low, ball 1.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Ike Irish is going to hit a rocket here. Somewhere in this at-bat, he's going to hit a rocket. He's getting closer to the middle of that barrel.
Lamond, 6'2", 205, senior right-hander. Pitch misses low, 2-0. They only have 2 left-handed pitchers on their roster. So just about everybody Auburn sees this weekend will be a right-hander. Lamond, the third pitcher for the Crusaders. He misses inside. It's 3-0 to Irish. Ike has reached on a fielder's choice, and he's grounded out twice.
My wife, Nell, just reached out and says, for the love of God, John, everybody knows who Fabian is.
3-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees. It's 3-1.
We're going to get off a great swing right here, Ike Irish.
Lamond comes set. He fires. Swing and a miss. Got him with an off-speed pitch there. It's 3-2.
God, yeah, the 3-1 changeup. That's kind of hard to. That's kind of hard to predict right there. He got after that.
Yeah. Luke Lamond delivers. Little topper. Got over right on top of it. Grounded back to the pitcher. He fields and throws, and Irish is retired for the first out in the 7th. That's a good piece of pitching there by
Yeah,
Lamond.
that was his changeup, and that's going to be the report on Ike Irish because you can't beat him with a fastball. And the reason you can't beat him with a fastball is because he's going to hit that thing from 6-hole to 4-hole and everywhere else in between. So, they're just willing to walk him. I mean, you're going to throw that many changeups, you're not going to be able to command them all.
Lamond was the closer for this club a season ago. I mean, Harnish, who we just saw, had 2 saves. Lamond had 4 as Steele fouls it back, 0-1. Steele has walked twice and popped out. The pitch outside, 1-1. Well, the last time Auburn got a couple transfers from Samford, things worked out pretty nicely. Pitch outside to Steele, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, one of those guys. One of those guys had arguably one of the greatest years in Auburn history.
That's right. 2-1. Swing and a miss at the change. 2-2. That's tough.
Yeah, this change coming out of his hand pretty good. There's a lot of sink there. A lot of arm speed.
Last year, Lamond 3-0, a 3.52 ERA, 4 saves. Pitch up and away. 30 2/3 innings a year ago, just 12 earned runs, 26 hits, 15 walks, 25 punch-outs. Teams hit 236 against Lamond. That was the second lowest opponent batting average among the Holy Cross pitchers a year ago. The leader in that category only pitched 8 1/3 innings. So this was the most effective pitcher, and he gets a strike 3 on the inside corner. Change up, and then he sped it up on that inside corner.
Yeah, and what a great example. We're talking about Greg Maddox earlier. I mean, that's an 80-mile-an-hour fastball, or maybe that was a changeup as well, but that ball started out at the kneecaps of Steele and ended up coming with that 2-seam sink movement back over the plate. That's a great pitch.
Here's Cooper McMurray. He leans back out of the way of pitch number 1. Fastball up. It's 1-0. McMurray is 1 for 3. He doubled down the first base line his last time. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
So Lamond, just based off the numbers you just gave, seems like he's a one-time through the order guy, and they don't want him to get through the batting order twice.
Yeah. Averaged about 2 innings.
But if you see that change up the second time, you're going to be closer to the middle of it. But right now, seeing it for the first time, and this is great experience for our guys to be able to see a plus change up here to prepare for an SEC season.
Pitch was a strike to McMurray. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs. Just reached out, fouled it away, left side, stayed alive, still 1-2.
You know, the average fan can sit there and look at the scoreboard and say, that's an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Why can't you hit it? Well, it's because the arm speed is 94 miles an hour, but the ball only comes out 80. Yeah. It's kind of like what you used to do with your siblings. Like, you pretend like you're going to throw something hard at them, and then it comes out soft.
1-2 outside, 2-2. How did you know?
Yeah, my sister, I had 3 older sibling sisters. They didn't throw things at me. They just threw punches at me.
2-2. Outside, counts full.
Probably deservedly so.
I don't know now. If you got older sister, my best friend had older sisters growing up, and he was fighting for survival all the time.
That's right. I had 3 of them.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, Cooper.
2 outs, nobody on. Tigers lead 3-1 in the 7th. Pitch from Lamond. Got a piece. Kept the at bat alive. Fastball, a little bit up, and McMurray got enough to stay alive. I don't know when they're going to announce the attendance, but they're going to break a Plainsman Park record.
You think so?
Tonight, I think so. No question about it. The right-hander Lamond looks and deals. High pop. Just off the infield. Grundy back, shortstop back, and he makes the catch, does King, just on the edge of the left field grass, and the inning comes to a close. So Lamond retires the side in order. And we are through 7. Before we break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. And there it is, the largest crowd in Plainsman Park history. Official attendance tonight, 5,718. 5,718. Those in attendance tonight are a part of history. We're through 7. Auburn 3, Holy Cross 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the Orthopedic Clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike Steakhouse, famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shigjord Parkway and Wire Road.
We're headed to the 8th inning. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. From first aid care at tonight's game to cancer care at the Spencer Cancer Center, East Alabama Health is a team player you can rely on day after day. Carson Myers back out there here to start the 8th. He retired the side in order in the 7th. He'll get numbers 9, 1, and 2 in the order here in the 8th. Jones, Egri, and Scanlon. Brendan Jones, strikeout and a fly to center, and he takes strike 1. Pitch. There's strike 2. Carson's not messing around tonight.
Carson is throwing strikes. He's attacking both sides. You love playing defense behind the strike thrower.
0-2. Fouled straight back, still no balls, 2 strikes. There have only been 4 3-ball counts from Auburn pitchers in this game tonight. And all of them led to free bases. There have been 3 walks and 1 hit batter on a 3-2. That's not getting to 3 balls. There's a swing and a miss at a fastball, and Jones is headed back to the Holy Cross dugout.
Hey, how about 13 pitches, 11 strikes?
Yeah.
From Carson Myers.
Boy, that was nasty. That was up and in, the kind of pitch you just can't lay off. First strikeout for Myers. Back to the top of the order, and Egri. Pitch missed outside, 1-0.
There it is. I tell you, the minute I compliment somebody on anything, it's going to go south.
The wind in the delivery. Off speed, outside, 2-0. I had to mention the 3-ball thing. 8 strikeouts for Auburn pitchers tonight. There's a fly ball to center. Ballou 1 step back, now races in. Makes the catch. 2 down.
So that's what we call a sit. He turns glove side and just sits down and makes the read. And that's exactly how you teach an outfielder on a ball hit right at you. Because if you take 1 step back, you can't get to it. If you take a step in, you can't recover. But if you just sit down until you the recognized fly of the ball, you're going to have a chance.
Scanlon takes ball one inside. He was backing up. Line in the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Carson Myers, the third pitcher of the day for Auburn. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Got a save at Missouri last year. That was a 3-inning save. Ground ball, right side. Fabian, other side of the bag, charges and fields and throws in time, and Myers has retired 6 in a row since coming into the ballgame. 3 up, 3 down again in the 8th for Holy Cross. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Auburn 3, Holy Cross 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
This is opening weekend on the Plains. Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball.
3-1 Auburn as we go to the bottom of the 7th, or bottom of the 8th, beg your pardon. Guevara, Ballou, and Fabian due up. Guevara looking for his first hit in the game. Luke Lamond, third pitcher for Holy Cross. He's starting his second inning of work. Tomorrow a little warmer than today, and then Sunday a little cooler. But I do think we're going to miss the rain, as we discussed earlier in the weather portion of our broadcast tonight. Guevara steps in and takes ball one low, breaking ball. Eric tonight has struck out, grounded out, and lined out on a really nice play by Cooney in left. Pitch off the end of the bat on the breaking ball. 1-1.
You know, Brad, people always say that, you know, if you get 3 hits out of every 10 at-bats, you can end up in the Hall of Fame, and there's a lot of commentary to that type of.
2-0. Ground ball fair down the third baseline. That's headed for the left field corner. Guevara rounds first. He's on his horse for second. Cooney finally recovers it in the corner in left. It's a stand-up double for Eric Guevara, and a good start as Auburn looks for insurance in the 8th.
It's a really good approach right there. Line drives and ground balls work. He kept that ball just inside the third base bag. Now there's some issues here. You're not gonna bunt with Ballou because he's swinging it better than anybody in the whole roster right now. But what you do tell Ballou is this: you tell him this ball's got to go to the right side. Hit it out of the ballpark to the right side. Hit a ground ball to the right side. Hit a fly ball to the right side. Whatever, but the ball's got to go to the right side because that run on second base right now is really important.
So I'm glad you mentioned this because I was going to ask a strategy question. The first pitch to Ballou, and that is fly to left center. Went the other way with it. Cooney comes in, makes the catch, and Guevara is forced to stay at second base.
Right. So if he hits a weak fly ball to the right side or a weak ground ball, it's going to move the runner.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad swing. And Cade Ballou is going to become a great player. He has all the skills. But what you see big leaguers do is just get a little more on top of that plate to force everything to be a pull side swing.
We'll see if Fabian can do something here with Guevara at second. Pitch. Curve ball, inside corner, strike one.
And that, That's a great swing he just took,
Yeah.
but he hit a ball into the teeth of the wind coming out of the east, and that ball just held up.
0-1 to the Auburn shortstop. We'll have to wait. Lamont spins around and looks the runner back to second. Yeah, with their flags representing each SEC team, you really get a sense of the wind coming in from left.
From the east, and
Yeah.
we rarely get easterly winds in this
right.
part of the world, but we got one tonight.
0-1. Pops the mitt, but misses outside. 1-1.
What I was going to say, Brad, is most people determine, three hits out of 10 and you go to the Hall of Fame. But the quality of your at-bats, even when you're getting out, they matter because that's what's going to get you those 3 hits down the road.
1-1 pitch. High chopper left side foul.
So this coaching staff, and it's one of the best coaching staffs in the country, they're not evaluating hits. They're evaluating the quality of the at-bats, how many pitches you're forcing, or how often you're finding barrel, what's the quality of the foul balls, like what do your takes look like, are you in rhythm? All those things have to be evaluated because you're just going to keep playing the guys who get the hits that day. That's not always your best 9 hitters.
1-2 pitch, up and away, 2-2 to Fabian. Derek has singled and scored a run. He's stolen a base. He's flied out, grounded out. Two from Lamond. Here it is. Fly ball left field. Cooney goes back. He looks up. He's still looking up. It is off the wall. It's off the wall. It hung up forever. Guevara rounds third. He scores. Fabian all the way to third on a sky-scraping triple.
Yeah, you know, that ball is crushed, but it ran into its own wall of air in right field. That ball hit a wall before it hit the wall, that easterly wind, and the ball just stopped right on top of the wall.
That's a home run any other night.
Oh, my goodness,
by
yes.
a long shot.
That ball's on the power plant.
Boy.
In fact, I'm not sure the ball hit the wall. I think he hit right just short of the wall, and I think the left fielder thought it was gone.
It's an RBI triple for Fabian. It's an insurance run for the Tigers in the 8th. It's 4-1. Pitch to Terrell. Grounded foul right side.
I'm not 100% sure that ball even hit the wall. I think it hit the warning track about 2 feet short of the wall. But you know what? I think your left fielder goes all the way to the wall, sees it go over the wall, and then it comes back.
I think that's exactly what happened. I think you're right. I think the wind literally pushed it back into the ballpark. 0-1 swung on and missed by Terrell. 0-2.
Yeah, this great timeout right here. This is a great timeout.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what we're saying here right now. What we are saying right now is this. We are saying, hey, Bub, if I told you to swing harder than you just did, you couldn't, because that's max effort right there. Yeah. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to spread out a little bit, get on top of the plate, and let's just flick our hands at this. Let's just work middle barrel instead of maximum effort. And that's exactly what that freshman just needed. That was really, really well done, well timed.
Yeah, Gabe Gross coming out to talk to Bub Terrell, the freshman. For a freshman, it's one thing. Until he gets his first hit, it's going to be hard not to press a little bit. 0-2 pitch.
Yes,
Fouled back.
that was a better approach.
Mm-hmm.
So Gabe comes out, tries to slow his mind down a little bit, because you can get sped up when you're a 19-year-old freshman and you've never been in this situation before.
For everybody else, once you're past the first inning, or do you need to get through the order? I'm like, at what point on opening night do you just kind of settle in?
It depends on how much you've actually played in your career.
Infield is in. The 0-2 pitch missed low, a ball and 2 strikes.
But that was just a savvy veteran move by Coach Gabe Gross right there to come out and slow down Bub's world. That doesn't mean he's going to get a hit. Doesn't mean he's going to get it done. But it's a great teaching moment.
1-2. Foul ball, left side. But to your point, it's not about the result. It's about the approach.
That's right. That's right.
Because if the approach is good, then the hits will come.
And I'll tell you what, the best guys out there, and Butch is one of them, And Gabe's if you can make them laugh, if you can say, hey, I'm not sure you can swing harder than that. If you just get them to relax anyway. John Cohen wasn't really good at that, getting people to relax. That wasn't my forte.
1-2 pitch. Missed upstairs, 2-2. Not your Fabian forte, as it was. Here all weekend.
That Nell's going to let me have it when I go back to the house. She's going to say, why are we talking about Fabian? What's going on?
2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield is in. The pitch downstairs, and Terrell has worked the count full off of the guy who was Holy Cross's closer a year ago. 4-1, Tigers on top. It was 2-1 for a while. Auburn got a run in the 6th on the Ballou solo homer. They've added 1 here in the 8th. 3-2 pitch to Terrell. Ground ball, back to the pitcher. Runner broke. Fabian, throw home. Tag made. He's out. Fabian broke on contact on that little topper back to the pitcher, and so he was dead to rights at the plate. It was right back at Lamont, so he just gloved and tossed home.
So here's what you got on that play. So you got the weak ground ball back to the pitcher, and folks might be saying, why is he running there? He's on a down angle, and you want him to run full speed. If you feel like you're going to be out at the plate, what you're taught to do is getting a rundown. If you get a rundown there, then you're going to get the batter runner all the way to second, and what have you really lost? You have a runner at second with 2 outs or a runner at third with 2 outs. You really haven't lost anything. Where you lose is if you get thrown out by a bunch there and you don't get in the rundown and you can't advance the batter runner. So, but that's tough because it's a slow roller and you don't know if it's going to be a close play or not.
Here's Eric Snow with Terrell at first and 2 outs. And Snow fouls 1 right side beyond the 984 club. You say, why is it called the 984 club? It's because there are 984 miles separating Plainsman Park from Charles Schwab Field in Omaha.
And also, Brad, we're sitting in a meeting a year ago, and they were at the time calling it the third base club or the first base club.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I know we can do better than that.
0-1.
I know we can do better than first base club.
High and outside, 1-1 to count.
Or the right field club.
Yeah.
Or I know we can do better than that.
Well, they did. They did. And it's a wonderful space, too. Throw over to first.
No, I have to give so much credit to Gregory Forthhopper and Red Hobart and Butch Thompson and all of our architects and all of the people who made this project happen, because it was a lot of work by a lot of people, and I think we're not 100% there yet, but this become one of the more unique, beautiful ballparks in the country, and we're awfully proud of it.
Runner goes, pitch is driven to right. Backing up is Egri near the track. He reaches up and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Snow gave it a ride, but right fielder was able to track it down. But Auburn adds an insurance run. Leadoff double by Guevara. Fabian brings him in with a triple. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left for the Tigers in the 8th. 3 more outs to get to secure an opening night victory at Plainsman Park. Tigers on top 4-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Denver Jones up the floor. Auburn's ball. Denver drives, going down, puts it up. He didn't get it. Tap up by Brown. It's good. 1.2 seconds. Inbound Jones from behind midcourt for the win. No good. Auburn won it. Auburn won it. Holy cow.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
We go to the ninth. Auburn needs 3 outs to secure an opening night victory. 4-1. Auburn on top. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for the Crusaders. If you have not signed up for War Eagle Plus yet, there's so much great content at War Eagle Plus now, chronicling the first weekend, opening weekend for Auburn softball, chronicling gymnastics, and what is the equivalent of a last-second victory. Sophia Growth in a win over Georgia on the last routine of the night, last Friday night over at Neville Arena. Gymnastics, by the way, competing right now in Gainesville against Florida in a big top 12 matchup there. So go to War Eagle Plus, sign up for the streaming video and content platform for Auburn Athletics. Pitch from Carson Myers. Missed inside, went all the way to the backstop. And Ike Irish is asking for an appeal. And they do appeal, and Michael Carroll says, no, he didn't go. Chris Belargian, the first baseman. Belargian, Royer, and King, 3, 4, 5 in the order. Belargian from Staten Island hunches over the plate, skies one to right. Terrell on the run. Wind pushes near the line, now back to his right a couple steps, makes the catch. 1 down in the ninth. More information on War Eagle Plus, just go to the website. Simple, wareagleplus.com. Gianni Royer, the cleanup hitter. He has walked and scored the only Holy Cross run. He's also lined out to left and struck out. The pitch. Popped straight back out of play, 0-1. Impressive effort tonight from the 3 Auburn pitchers. They have been straight to work. They have filled up the strike zone. Been some good defense behind them. 0-1. Fouled back again, and it's 0-2.
And as this ball game has progressed, that wind has also progressed out of the east. I bet we're probably talking 10, 15 miles an hour.
The 0-2. Fouled right side. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Auburn pitchers tonight, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Myers deals. Ground ball, left side. Fabian, long run to his right, leaps and throws. McMurray stretches, and he's called safe. And Cooper immediately brings the hands up to the ears. And we'll get a review.
Auburn is challenging the call of safe at first place. The previous play is under review.
Javaro January with the call.
I tell you, Cooper McMurray, so good around the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, just so good. He created so much length right there. We got a replay.
Fabian to his right, made the throw.
He's going to be safe.
Yeah, I think so. I think he got there.
He's going to be safe.
Replay reviews presented by Jackson Services. Time to review your home's heating and cooling system. Choose Jackson Services. Comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama homes running smoothly year-round. Visit jacksonservicesco.com. Jackson Services, an official carrier-authorized dealer.
So, Brad, this is something I don't know, even though I was around the game a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's safe, so this should be pretty quick, right? When they go back to the umpire's locker room, does Mike Carroll go, heck yeah, and high five the other umpires, say, I was on that, baby. They appealed me, but I was right. Do you think?
I mean, I think it's got to be human nature a little bit.
Well,
to some level.
Officials get so few wins.
Yeah.
That's a win, right? That's such a difficult job. So that's got to be a win. You got to have some fun with it, right?
I think you have to. I think it's human nature. Here's
After
the
review, the runner is safe.
So the call.
Auburn loses the challenge, have 1 remaining.
So the call is confirmed. It's the official language there. Why not, Chad? I mean, in the 9th inning, you got 2 outs left to get. Can't take it with you and bank it for tomorrow. And it looks to be the right call.
Yeah, Cooper makes that look so easy. He sold that so well.
You mentioned Cooper's play at first base. This has been a trend. We've talked about it on this broadcast a lot over the last few years, but Auburn's defensive first basemen have been excellent. King takes a strike. It's 0-1. And I go back to a guy like Tyler Miller, who was the third baseman when he came in and played first and had one error at first base all season. Then Sonny comes in, and we remember the year that he had at the plate. He only made 4 errors all year at first base.
Sonny's a good defender. You're right.
Coop's made 6 errors in 2 years
at
first base. So these guys who hit well, but they can also play some defense over at first.
Yeah, and the game comes to you a whole lot when you're at first base.
Yeah. Pitch is a strike to King. It's 0-2. Royer at first after the infield single, his first hit of the game. Now the 0-2 to King. Check swing, got away from Irish. It's a strike, but the runner was on the move at second. He will take second, but the runner can't advance to first. So King is out on the strikeout. 9th strikeout of the night. Just a nasty pitch from Myers near the dirt, and King could not hold up. 9th strikeout for Auburn pitching.
Yeah, for fans who are wondering, he is stealing there, but his origin was first base. He starts at first base. That means on the strikeout, the batter runner at the plate cannot advance on the strikeout.
So here is Cooney, who fouls it away off the top row of seats. 0-1. Myers continues to just fill up the strike zone in this inning. 28 pitches, 21 of them for strikes. Auburn needs 1 out. And there's a foul ball back to the backstop. It's 0-2. Auburn needs 1 strike.
Brad, Auburn's up 3 right now, and you got a runner on second base. But this is important to Butch Thompson and his coaching staff right here. They want this game over right now to give Carson the kind of confidence he needs to be able to do this in SEC games.
0-2 to Cooney. Struck him out. Pulled the string. 10 strikeouts for Auburn pitchers. Tigers win on opening night. 4-1 the final score. Auburn pitching gives up 1 run on 2 hits. And the Tigers take the opening night victory 4-1 over Holy Cross. We're back to Plainsman Park as Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of Exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big War Eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
You're listening to Auburn Baseball. Now more of the Tigers and Crusaders from Plainsman Park.
No more for tonight, Mark Aston. That's because Auburn puts away Holy Cross in the opener 4-1. Tigers out-hit the Crusaders 9-2 in the ballgame. We've got the Regions Bank postgame show coming up in just a little bit. Interviews with Butch Thompson and a couple of players from down on the field here. John Cohen, this is an impressive opener. I mean, it's a long season. You got a lot of games, but you got some big at bats, some good approaches at the plate, and the pitching I thought was kind of the consistent star of this game.
I think Butch is going to tell you we got a lot done tonight. I think there were a lot of moving parts before this ball game started, and let's be honest, we had some emotion and in losing part of the Auburn family, and so there was a lot going on tonight, and I think this ball club handled it very, very well. and you don't expect anything less than that from a Butch Thompson managed ball club.
Valentine's Day, you get that box of chocolates, and there's the assortment, and not all of them are really good pieces, but a lot of good pieces in the box of chocolate for the Tigers
No
tonight,
doubt.
I think.
A lot of good things, especially
Right.
on the mound and defensively, as you mentioned before, Brad.
Thank you very much for being a part of the broadcast tonight. I think the audience enjoyed it, and we enjoyed bringing it to them.
War Eagle. Let's get after them tomorrow, Brad.
I love it. We'll try to take the series.
There you
6
go.
o'clock tomorrow night. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next. Auburn a winner 4-1 on opening night. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you're going to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-1